Rise and shine, McAllister. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street at McAllister. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. As this show is brought to you by Bank First, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber, live on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on our new YouTube channel that you can find by going to McAllisterRadio.com and clicking on the YouTube tab. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green. And your McAllister Buffaloes have their home opener tomorrow night at Hook Gill Stadium First National Field against the Sallisaw Black Diamonds, a team that the Buffaloes haven't officially played in 30 years, but we used to share a district with them back in the day when McAllister was in 4A. Kickoff is set for 7:30, and if you can't make it to the game, you can listen on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAllisterRadio.com or on the KNED app, or video streaming on this YouTube channel that we're on right now. Now, with all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAllister Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey.
Glad to be here another week.
So you and the guys have officially kicked off the season with a Week 0 dub against Broken Bow, 39-7. What are your first impressions from the team here in 2021?
We got a lot to clean up. I thought we played a pretty good second quarter, I thought it was pretty flawless in the second quarter. We did a lot of good things, but we got to be able to start a little better. But it goes back to us practicing how we practice on Monday. Our Mondays haven't been real good, and I think that Coach May attributes that to our first quarter blunders. So just small mistakes, nothing over the top, just things we can clean up. Like our first play was a touchdown that gets called back for holding. That's got to be something we've got to be able to come through and execute that and make sure we don't get things called back. So it's just one of the things we have to clean up, small things we got to clean up to be the team we want to be. It's not, like I said, I tell the kids, everybody says, oh, should y'all be ranked 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. Really, it don't matter right now. It matters in December. So you don't have to be the best team right now. You have to be the best team, when the 1st of December.
That's right. Now you're speaking about the first play of the game. It doesn't go down on the stat sheet due to the penalty, but it got people on their feet early. So when did you know that was the first play of the season that you guys were going to call? When in the coach's room did you guys decide
Monday.
that was going to be the play?
Monday after the game planning. We knew that we were going to practice that first play all week. And I still don't know how we messed up the personnel. Once again, first game jitters for some.
Yeah.
Caden was out there. He didn't hear the personnel call, but, we had practiced that. We knew that was going to be the first play going in. We had practiced it on the opening play of the script, all offensive team. And so we executed. That's the best we executed it all week was in the game. So I can't, other than the hold. We had overthrown it once. We'd underthrown it once. We dropped the ball once. So, we executed it right. We just had the hold.
We're going to speak to Boat right here in a second, but you threw a dime, man. Just want to let you know about that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about the matchup from last Friday here in a second, but first I wanted to ask you about Week 0 itself. What are some of the benefits from Week 0 that you see going on through the rest of the year?
Man, I like Week 0. There's a lot, traditionalists don't like it because you don't have the 2 scrimmages of preparation, in any given year. It's good and it's bad, I guess, because you got a lot of young guys. You're trying to get reps. You want scrimmages. You want game reps. But I like it just because the kids get tired of practicing 2 weeks without a true opponent.
Right.
I don't care what you do in a scrimmage. You're never going to feel like a game. I like the bye week going into district. So that's the only time I've ever played 0 week, when I go 0-1-2 and get the bye week on week 3. So I like it. I think it keeps the kids in tune because they play a little earlier. I like the bye week to really scale back on practice a little bit, watch a little more film, get a little more prep for your first district game. So, it's got its goods and its bads. I prefer, for a while I've done it these 2 years and 2 years at Poto. So, man, I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's good for the kids if they're willing to, lock it in and do good things.
All right, now let's go to the defense. They look consistently solid throughout the game. That's one thing that through all 4 quarters looked really good. And also it turned up in the stat sheet with the 5 turnovers they produced. So, and they also put all pressure on the quarterback all night long. A lot of sacks you guys had as well. So tell me about how well you saw them execute the game plan.
That side of the ball does a great job game planning. Harmon's obviously been in the game for a while. He does a good job with adjustments. I think he always worries about them scoring, so he's going to find ways to not let them score. But, every game we got to score. It seems when I talk to him, we got to score 28 to win a ball game. It don't matter who we play, 28 or 35. So, he always worries about them scoring. I said, I don't think you give yourself and your team, your defense, enough credit. You guys do a good job. They didn't score on the first team defense all night. I don't think they even got close. Even with the kickoff return, they didn't get close to scoring. I don't know if they had a positive yard after that.
No, they went back to the 25.
Right.
Or something.
So they do a great job. I think I think what makes us so good on defense is the way we pursue the football. You know, our 2-whistle drill on defense, we go to the football, we get mad at them, we get upset with them when they don't pursue the football. And I think that's what, you know, we always talk about mistakes. But if you can make a mistake on defense, but you have the other 10 guys flying to the football, even in the mistake, you're going to have good things happen because you've got more hats around the football than they do. And we really do a good job of coaching that, and overly proud of the defense. You know, they kept us, you know, kept them at bay for the first quarter and allowed us to get our traction on offense the first quarter, or after the first quarter.
Well, now you're mentioning the second quarter right here, and I want to kind of ask you what seemed to click once you got into the second quarter.
Just, you know, in the first quarter it was always one guy. One guy would mess up on a block, one guy would mess up on an assignment, and you know, unfortunately in offensive football, you know, you have to have all 11 guys pretty hooked up. You know, once we did that, when we had all 11 guys on offense hooked up, we gained over 10 yards a carry. When we had all 11 offensive, you know, guys hooked up, obviously we scored 29 in the quarter. So that's just the difference. I mean, if you look at the difference, it's not anything we did call-wise. It's just we executed better. I mean, the calls were the same. The calls were the game plan. The calls were the same as the first quarter. There was nothing different other than the execution portion.
So, speaking about rushing and everything, he's one of, if not the best players in 5A. Eric McCarty had almost 200 yards rushing before the break. 3 rushing touchdowns, a pick, block, punt, scoop, and score. Trying to follow up on that big sophomore season. What are some areas that you've seen him improve going into his junior year?
You know, I think the thing that really is different for him than most kids is the way. To me, it's the way he practices. I mean, when his effort in practice is pretty almost his game speed. So that's hard to find sometimes in practice. Is that the differentiate practice and game speed? Some kids will try to turn it on in the game, and if you're not practicing at that level, it's harder. Some kids can, but if you practice at that level all the time for the most part, then you see a difference. So that's what he does good, and I don't think he realizes he does that is the practice portion of his effort.
Now, for the guys blocking for him, who was the lineman of the week last week?
It was Cade Himmerling, graded out the highest of all the linemen. I think Whitley had the most pancakes, but Himmerling had the highest grade because Whitley sometimes was out of control in his when we pull him. So, you know, it's not very often you have a guy as fast as him on his pulls, but, you know, he would get in the hole and miss sometimes because he was I hate to say too fast because I never want to say that as a lineman. Mm-hmm. But he was, fast in the hole, and sometimes he didn't get his eyes up, didn't glance up. But he had the most pancakes, he just didn't have the highest grade.
Before we talk about scout team, though, I mean, that's not a bad problem to have fast linemen like you do with the strength you guys have. Now, also, who's the scout team player of the week?
One of our freshmen, Pierce Stoshmas, was our scout team player of the week. He did a great job for us. We asked some of those freshmen to fill some roles, and they do a good job of that. And it introduces them to the varsity game. You know, not all of them get reps; they have to earn the reps on because we'll have a huddle that runs plays and then a huddle that does formations. And the majority of the time, you're freshmen in the formation huddle. But if we think they can do something, you know, offensively or defensively, then they'll actually get to run plays against us and prove their worth a little bit on the varsity side to see if they're going to suit out or not.
Sweet. And with that, we'll sneak aside for our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harper Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with a word from Trent Boatwright and Killian Barnes here in just a moment. You're listening to KNED.
Bank First has earned the #1 spot in the 2021 Reader's Choice Awards, and it's our customers who voted us there. We are proud of our customer relationships, so thank you to our loyal customers. Loyal to Oklahoma and you isn't just a slogan, it's our pledge to every community we serve, because they are our communities too. Visit us and we'll show you why Bank First is the #1 bank in McAllister. Bank First, loyal to McAllister and you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Harbor Mountain is a great stop for breakfast or lunch. They serve made-to-order sandwiches, salads or wraps, plus frappes, smoothies, espresso, milkshakes, and really good coffee. They also have wireless internet service. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or see us inside McAllister Regional Hospital and at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Knight Expressway. There was your Buffalo drive of the game from last Friday's game against the Broken Bow Savages. It was the first scoring drive of the season for the Buffaloes that covered the distance of 72 yards in 4 minutes and a second on 12 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by junior Eric McCarty. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House here on 3rd Street in McAllister. This year's show is brought to you by Dobson Fiber, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Bank First. We now welcome to the show a couple of Buffalo seniors, Trent Boatwright and Killian Barnes. Guys, what's going on?
Oh, nothing.
Not a whole lot.
So during this time, I like to ask questions so the fans can get to know their players a little bit better. So we'll start with this question, starting with Trent since he's right next to me. What is your favorite subject in school and why? Can't say football.
I'd probably say history just because it's one of the easiest ones. It's not too much.
See,
always got a football coach in there.
I liked history because I just liked history. That was just me. How about you, Killian?
I only have one class this year, so it's got to be the only class I have, economics.
Win by default.
Yeah.
So, Trent, now you're going into your second year starting quarterback. So what does that last year of experience do for you when you're looking at where you were compared to where you are now?
I think it's just getting to know the game better and knowing how to control a game and just doing the smaller things right compared to last year.
Does a lot for confidence also going forward. Like you've been here before, so you kind of know what to expect a little bit more. Killian, you've been both defensive back and receiver, but you've always seemed to be more focused on the defensive side the last couple of years, starting cornerback since your sophomore year, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this year you've already playing big into the passing game. So I got the question, do you like the offensive side more or the defensive side more?
I used to really enjoy offense more, but just from playing defense so much my sophomore and junior year, I'd probably say defense now, but still both.
So, okay, I know it's pretty much the same question, but scoring a big touchdown or getting a big pick?
If the game was on the line and I got a big pick, it'd probably be more exciting than
Gotcha.
getting a touchdown. But any other way, it'd be a touchdown.
Gotcha. So now these are a couple questions just about your senior group a little bit. How long have y'all been playing together? It's just you two first. All sports, not just football either.
Well, we haven't really been playing as long as it seems. He moved away not too long, or 5th grade or something like that, so we didn't play together then. But when he came back, it was from freshman year on.
Yeah, but it seems like you're as a senior year, or with all the senior group, it seems like you guys have great chemistry, been around each other for a long time. So my question is, what are some of the emotions playing in y'all's senior season together, knowing that you guys have been around each other, been in the same group going forward for the last however many years?
I don't know, our connection. So it's tight. We have a good connection with everybody. Everybody knows what the other one wants to do, and how to do it and when they're going to do it.
Killian?
I would just feel like, playing with each other so long, we just, play for each other. So everything we do out there is, for each other. We have a meaning behind it.
So either one of y'all can answer this, or you can both answer this if you want. But do you feel like that chemistry that you guys have off the field really makes a big impact once you get on the field?
100%, I would say so, because it's just like everybody we play with, it's off the field, we're so close that when it gets on the field, we do anything for each other out there. We have each other's backs during every play and everything like that.
So it's also easier maybe to keep you guys accountable when you guys are so close off to, if someone does make a mistake, you can come up to them and, it makes more of an impact than if it's
100%.
just somebody that you didn't know. Yeah. So last question's always a fun one. And if you had to choose only one pregame song to listen to for the rest of the season, what would it be?
You got it first. I don't really know. I got an artist, but
Artist is fine. We'll do
I'd
artist.
probably
then.
go with Lil Baby.
Okay. See, times are changing. Mine would have been, I don't know. I'm a food court of music. I like rock though. Rock has always got me kind of pumped up.
I'd probably say I'm more like a Taylor Swift kind of guy. It gets me right before games, so I just tap into Taylor Swift.
Oh, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Thank you guys so much, and good luck against Sallisaw tomorrow night.
Thank you.
So those are the senior Buffaloes, Killian Barnes and Trent Boatwright. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on Sallisaw next. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Bank First has earned the #1 spot in the 2021 Reader's Choice Awards. And it's our customers who voted us there. We are proud of our customer relationships. So, thank you to our loyal customers. Loyal to Oklahoma and you isn't just a slogan, it's our pledge to every community we serve. Because they are our communities too. Visit us and we'll show you why Bank First is the #1 bank in McAllister. Bank First, loyal to McAllister and you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Harbor Mountain is a great stop for breakfast or lunch. They serve made-to-order sandwiches, salads or wraps, plus frappes, smoothies, espresso, milkshakes, and really good coffee. They also have wireless internet service. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or see us inside McAllister Regional Hospital and at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Knight Expressway.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Bank First, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, here at Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister. I'm live alongside McAllister Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazey. Tomorrow night, the Buffaloes have their home opener against the Sallisaw Black Diamonds. McAllister leads the series 3-2 going back to 1982, with the last game being played 30 years ago in 1991. McAllister won that one 27-22. Neither team has won 2 in a row against the other in the series, so the Buffs will look to change that tomorrow. So now turning our attention to Sallisaw, what can we expect from the Black Diamonds?
Oh, they're big. I'll say that on film. They're really, really big. They got some big kids, and they lost the game they probably shouldn't have lost. If you watch the film, the video, they had some turnovers that cost them. It cost them dearly, and otherwise they won the game. I mean, they just literally lost the game on technical stuff, just small things. I think they out-executed Stigler, and then down the stretch, obviously, made too many mistakes to have it count. I mean, just bottom line, they should have won.
And Stigler in the past has been known as a pretty good 3A team. I mean, they beat them just the year before that, 25-0. So that's a pretty good showing by them.
I think it's 1 point they were winning 19-7 before they lost.
Oh,
and
wow.
They scored right at the end. Stigler scored right at the end to win it.
Yeah, and the final score was 26-19, so a lot of points unanswered. You're talking about how big they are on defense. I want to just jump to them real quick. Their line has looked pretty strong before, but their senior defensive end, number 40, Ty McHenry.
Yeah, he's a 4-year starter for them.
What makes him a player to watch?
Just his length, his size. I think he's got good length. I think he's 6'4", 6'5", and his length is just tough to. Anytime you have a long football player, it makes it tough.
So one big thing that Sallisaw was needing to do was replace their 3-year starting quarterback, Jackson McTire. Brock Stroon had a pretty good night in his debut against Stigler. How will Coach Lowe like to use him, or any of the quarterbacks?
Well, I think he's more of an athlete. Yeah, they do a good job with having just a pretty good athlete back there. McTire, I trained for a couple of years in junior high, and I knew he was going to be a good player just because of his work ethic. And the Strine kid's a coach's kid too. So. He's a coach. Anytime you have a coach's kid back at quarterback, you're going to have a kid that knows generally more than the other ones, than just a general kid. Just because he's around the game, so much. So that kind of worries me a little bit because he is athletic. He plays a multitude of sports, and he is a coach's kid. So that you have that to worry about because he's going to be a good, steady, heady athlete.
And one of the stars he likes to throw to is a guy that jumped out on the scene last year, number 10, Riley Scavo. How do they try to get him open in the passing game?
I think he's pretty fast. I think his speed is what helps him. Anytime you got a kid that can stretch the field and an athletic quarterback, you got issues.
So what are some things you'd like to see your team improve on from last week going into tomorrow night against Sallisaw?
Just the early penalties, the boneheaded stuff, the stuff that we can prevent. We have to worry about us and stop worrying about the actual play. Just do us and worry about the play at hand, whether from the stance to the alignment to the snap count to running to the football on defense and to executing the play on offense. That's the things I want to see this week. I don't want to see as many penalties as we had in the first half, and I don't want to see as many mental blunders.
All right, that's all happening tomorrow night. Kickoff at 7:30 on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM. Also streaming at McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED app. Video streaming at the same site on the YouTube tab, this YouTube channel. The pregame show is at 7. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street, we'll have one final break with Coach Forrest Mazey reading some of your questions. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Bank First has earned the #1 spot in the 2021 Reader's Choice Awards. And it's our customers who voted us there. We are proud of our customer relationships. So, thank you to our loyal customers. Loyal to Oklahoma and you isn't just a slogan, it's our pledge to every community we serve, because they are our communities too. Visit us and we'll show you why Bank First is the #1 bank in McAllister. Bank First, loyal to McAllister and you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Harbor Mountain is a great stop for breakfast or lunch. They serve made-to-order sandwiches, salads or wraps, plus frappes, smoothies, espresso, milkshakes, and really good coffee. They also have wireless internet service. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or see us inside McAllister Regional Hospital and at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Knight Expressway.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Bank First, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber. Before we dive into some fan questions, let's look ahead at our broadcast schedule this week. Tomorrow night, your second-ranked McAllister Buffaloes have their home opener against the 4A Sallisaw Black Diamonds. Catch the game on this station, or you can catch it on this YouTube channel. Again, kickoff is at 7:30 with coverage beginning at 7 with the Buffalo pregame show, brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Also, college football is back this week. We start tonight with the Tulsa Golden Hurricane as they take on UC Davis at home to start the season. That game can be heard on KTMC AM 1400 and 96.7 FM. Pregame begins at 5:30. Kickoff set for 6:30. Then on Saturday, the second-ranked Oklahoma Sooners will now be welcoming Tulane to Norman after Hurricane Ida made its impact on Louisiana. This will be considered a road game for OU with only the lower bowl open and all proceeds going to Tulane. This game can be heard on this station, KNED, with the pregame show beginning at 9, kickoff at 11, and we finish up with the Pokes. Oklahoma State Cowboys will be hosting Missouri State at Boone Pickens Stadium. This game can be heard on Rock 105 with the pregame show starting at 4 and kickoff at 6. Now, with all that said, we have Coach Forrest Mazey with our final segment this morning where we read off some of your fan questions. If you ever have one, DM us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio, or you can message us on Facebook at facebook.com/McAllister Radio. I think 3 out of the 5 came from McAllister's Facebook page today. But Brandon, not me, asks, and I kind of got inspiration from this, used it with the guys. What is on Coach Mazey's pregame playlist?
It's such an array of different music. I skip from R&B to rock to rap to, I mean, you just name it, and I have that on my. I mean, literally. I'm probably not no ABBA on there or anything like that, but I've got R. Kelly, I've got Slipknot, I've got The Baby. I mean, everything you could think of from that's new now to the 80s rock. I've got it.
Well, so, Killian, are we pro Taylor Swift?
Man, I swear, I don't have any Taylor Swift on there, believe it or not. I don't have any on there. I do like some, my college buddies used to give me a hard time. They used to listen to R&B before games because they would kind of calm me down and pull me back a little bit.
Boys to men, man.
I would listen to some R&B before college games as a player, and it still rings true today. I still throw some of that on there. I like a little Morgan Wallen. I like some country. Just, whatever I'm in the mood for at that point in time, I'll skip until I find the song I like.
This one is probably my favorite question. Frank asks something we should probably keep hush-hush. He says, are you going to recruit any Bishop Sycamore kids?
Man, I think they're out of eligibility, to be honest with you, after the more I read about that. Yes. I think a lot of that mess was, boy, I tell you what, we must be hungry for high school football games because to put a team that not do our research and put them on national television is just a poor judgment by somebody. I
saw something that said, there's some dude at a factory job that has got his back aching after playing 2 games in 3 days.
Right. That's anytime you see ESPN says we cannot confirm that they have any Division I players and we cannot confirm their school anywhere in existence.
Yep.
Somebody jumped the gun on making that happen.
54 is injured. We do not have a 54 on our roster.
Yeah, it's
not good.
No, that's a bad situation for all involved.
Caleb gets a second week in a row with a question asked. He says, what penalty called on your team makes your blood boil the most?
Oh man, if mainly to me it's the personal foul stuff that can be prevented. I think that I know a holding is going to happen. I know a false start's going to happen or an offsides. That's going to happen. That's football. They're a good football team too, and they're going to draw you offsides or something like that. But a personal foul that can be, can be controlled by us. A situation then. It makes my blood boil because that's just stupidity.
Now, I think that we have the answer in front of us here, but Tracy asks, what is your go-to beverage of choice in the morning?
Well, I've got a few of them, but, I like the energy drinks, man. If I had my choice, it would be the 20-ounce Red Bull, obviously, but they get a little expensive, at almost $6 a pop. But I like energy drinks, and I don't think they do anything for me, honestly, anymore with the energy. I just really like the taste of them. Red Bull's my favorite, and then it trickles down from there.
See, it's always been. Have you ever tried Full Throttle?
I used to have the Full Throttle. I'm a sugar-free guy though. It's hard to find a Full Throttle sugar-free, but I like the NOS sugar-free. I like the Reign. I like the Bangs. I like. I don't drink Monster much anymore, but I went for years just drinking the Blue Monster sugar-free, low carb. But I probably should watch the intake of those because I probably do partake too many energy drinks, but that's me. That's what I do.
Last one, and Aaron has a good one here. He asks, what is the best "That's Not How We Drew It Up" play you've had in your coaching career?
Well, that's the screenplay that Cricket Bar signaled in. Coach Barr signaled it in wrong, and it ended up going for 80 yards for a touchdown against Bishop Kelly last year on the screen to Eric.
Okay.
I had actually called something else, and he signals that in, and everybody in the huddle starts, kind of arguing with each other and said, that's not what Coach Mazey's calling. We have not ran it this way, but they ran it, and I said, what are they running? What are they running? And Coach Barr's in the headset going, I didn't call it that way. I didn't call it that way. And he goes, that's a good call. After it goes to 80.
As soon as after it's over, you should say, no, I meant that.
Right. He asked for a more defined role in the offensive game planning after that.
No, that's literally in our pregame video that we have. So that's awesome. So
that is actually a botched call.
All right. So, Coach, is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, it's first home game, man. No fan restrictions. I encourage all to get out and definitely partake while you still can. You don't know when that will be limited by anybody or anywhere in the state or federal government. Mm-hmm. Take advantage of being able to get outside and go watch your Buffaloes play. Like I said, you don't know what you have until you don't have it. So I would definitely get out and watch these young men play. They do a great job at practice. They do a great job of putting this community on their chest and going out there and representing you guys. So get excited, get loud for them. Come support the Buffs on Friday night against the Black Diamonds.
Oh, and sorry, one more question.
Yeah.
Who do you got in the Boggy Bottom Bowl?
Man, it's probably going to be a Toka. They got 4 athletes that I think can play anywhere in the state. They got 4 really good ones. I don't know how good they are up front. But, they got 4 really, really quality athletes that I saw, run around against us in 7-on-7. Just one of them things that right now they got a few more athletes in Colgate, so I'm going to go with them. Plus, I coach there.
Is Trent Borland going to take offense to that?
He's always going to take the purple, man. I take that back. Now, he did take the maroon when I had him consulting for me in the box.
Right.
So he was with us for 4 years at Atoka, but now he's a Wildcat through and through.
There you go. Thank you, Coach, for your time. Good luck tomorrow against Sallisaw.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yep, your McAllister Buffaloes have their home opener tomorrow night. Catch the game on this station, KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAllisterRadio.com or on the KNED app. Also video streaming here at this YouTube channel. If you're not watching, you can check it out by going to McAllisterRadio.com and clicking on the YouTube tab. This has been Brandon Green with head coach Forrest Mazey. Until next week, from